The journey of faith began in 1928 when 6 members moved from Mount Vernon Baptist Church, Atlanta, Georgia, to organize another church. By unanimous vote, the church was named Elizabeth under the pastorate of Reverend E.D. Florence.
3 years later, due to the death of Pastor Florence, this church body called Reverend Milner, who served from 1936 until 1938. In 1938, Reverend Gates was called as pastor.
Under the leadership of Reverend Gates, the church moved to 556 Tetnall Street in 1940. After the death of Pastor Gates in 1945, Reverend R.L. McKibbins was called as pastor, who then ordained 3 deacons, one of which was James E. Hightower, Sr., who became the next pastor. Under the leadership of Pastor Hightower, the church moved to 3675 Martin Luther King Drive, formerly Gordon Road.
Parallel to the biblical teaching of Pastor Hightower, the church continued to expand in member growth spiritually, physically, and financially.
By 1969, more than 12 ministers were licensed and ordained. Keeping a faithful focus on Christ, the Elizabeth congregation grew to over 2,500 members by 1982. And at this juncture in the journey, it was time to build a new sanctuary to accommodate her growth capacity.
In 1990, 29.6 acres of land was purchased and 4.5 acres was donated at 4245 Cascade Road. Shortly afterwards, Pastor Hightower resigned after 35 years of service in 1994.
1 year later, Craig L. Oliver, a young minister from St. Petersburg, Florida, who served as Elizabeth's youth minister, was called and installed as the 6th pastor. Pastor Oliver's pursuit and passion is to minister to the whole man. The mission statement of Elizabeth is to lovingly lead the lost into a relationship with Jesus Christ and develop mature believers. Through this mission statement, a myriad of ministries and educational components were formed and restructured to reflect our purpose.
Pastor Oliver is an advocate for the education of children and youth. His love was shown on November 1st, 1999, with the implementation of Indelible Impressions Learning Center.
Building from a strong foundation and through many milestones, Pastor Oliver has led the Elizabeth congregation to spiritually impact the world locally, nationally, and internationally.
As a believer of the Great Commission, EBC has been very active in mission work.
Various teams have been established to journey to Kenya,
Jamaica,
Haiti,
Romania,
South Africa,
and India.
Study tours have included Israel, Italy, and Greece. We've also built 2 bamboo churches in India.
Under Pastor Oliver's leadership,
EBC has grown to over 17,000 members with 11 weekly services in 5 locations: EBC Atlanta, Conyers, Smyrna, Douglasville, and Fairburn. Over the past 88 years, Elizabeth Baptist Church has journeyed through the eyes of faith and is becoming stronger in her missions, visions, values, and purpose, with the never-ending strength of the Lord and the leadership of Pastor Oliver. For where we're going is greater than where we've been. We are EBC in your city.